Okay, so happy Wednesday. Let's see. So, what's the situation? So, we're trying to take over parts of the galaxy. Basically, if it's green, it belongs to us. We're currently allied with Anoat, who is the orange, and the Imperial Ascendancy, who are this little grayish color. I don't know, Zolas is neutral. How did this happen? Okay. Anyway, this little yellow, whitish color, I don't know what color would it should be. Beige? Only parts because it takes time to conquer areas. That's why. It takes a long time. Anyway, we are allied with the Noat and the Imperial Ascendancy. Purple is the Independent Commerce Guild, who are currently at war with. They started it officially. I may have provoked it, but they still started it. And yellowish color up here is the Hutt Cartel, which we are allies with them as well. Blue, New Republic. I guess at this point we should probably say this Star Wars mod takes place after Return of the Jedi. So the Empire has been, a little decimated for the most part. But anyway, New Republic. We're not friends with them, but not technically enemies. The Empire up here is the white. Galactic Empire, what's left of it, which is still a pretty big chunk. Not our friends because they are not friends with the Imperial Ascendancy. And as a result, the way this game works is there's factions. And your reputation with the factions changes based on your relationship with the factions that they have relationships with. So if you're friends with their friends, they like you. If you're enemies with their friends, they don't like you. If you're enemies... So it's basically the same rule. It's friend of my friend is my friend. Enemy of my friend is my friend. No, sorry. Enemy of my friend is my enemy. Enemy of my enemy is my friend? Not enemy. No, friend. Anyway, that whole little thing. It's a thing. Factions. So these are all the factions we're currently aware of. There's a few more, I think, that we haven't just run into yet. Positive numbers good, negative numbers bad. As numbers go negative, it affects what you can do with those particular factions. Typically, once you get past -10, you can't trade with them anymore. You can't dock at their stations or ships, and they can't dock at yours, so trading goes out the window. You can still get your faction to go up by beating up on their enemies, doing missions for them as well that you can find. So basically just to get your faction going in the other direction if you really want to do that. And except that's Galactic Empire. We actually haven't done anything to them other than that we've been, their friend. They're not friends with the Imperial Ascendancy, and because we are, they don't like us. So any of our friend is an enemy. Right. Yeah, and it's friend of my friend is my friend. Enemy of my enemy is my friend. Friend of my enemy is my enemy. Enemy of my friend is my enemy. That whole little thing. Little triangle of death. So, anyway. And what's the advantage of going high positive versus neutral? As your reputation goes up with factions, you get access to more stuff, like blueprints, better and better blueprints. And if you do things that they want you to do, like at the start of the game, you get a message telling you what you're supposed to do. So, second email you get in the game. These are the larger factions listed out here. So if you want to be really good friends with the Galactic Empire, you need to basically build a production station in their space and do so many credit transactions with them, and that'll get you bumped up in their little citizenship tree. And if you want to go up, you still need a production station that does over 1 million credits. And then if you want to join the militia, you have to have 2 production stations, do so many credits, and you also have to have a frontier defense station. What's the difference between a production station and a frontier defense? Productions actually, they produce stuff and you sell those products to that faction. Frontier Defense Station is a defensive platform that it's a specific type of station you build, and it has to be either in an enemy, not to you, but to the faction. Keep that straight. It has to be built in a sector that borders your friends or the friend you want to have sector. So in this case, the Empire, you would build a defense platform, say next in New Republic space that's on the border with the Empire, or you can just build it in the sector for the Empire that's borders the New Republic. And as long as they don't like each other, that counts as being a frontier defense station. It's simpler. It sounds more complicated than it is, but it's actually pretty simple. And once you build all that stuff, you start qualifying for more and more stuff as your reputation continues to grow. You get access to military type blueprints, so you can buy a blueprint for a Star Destroyer or the weapons that go along with that, or TIE Defenders instead of just the wimpy regular TIE Fighters, that kind of stuff. And that's the motivation for doing that. And can you do it with everybody? Maybe. It depends on how you do things, but usually you can't, because like the way I went is because I went with the Imperial Ascendancy, who is actually, they're not even listed here, are they? Oh, they are. Okay, that's number 2. I was expecting to be down here, but I went the Imperial Ascendancy route. Because of this, I can't really get this other stuff with the Galactic Empire because they don't like each other. But the good thing is they share a lot of blueprints. So they don't share them all, just most of them. Empire type stuff. So, and the same thing goes, it's like, if you want to be friends with the New Republic, you're probably not going to end up being friends with the Empire or the Imperial Ascendancy, because New Republic doesn't like either one of those two. So you get choices. So many choices. So let's just conquer it all and it'll be so much easier. Maybe. But anyway, so that's faction stuff. What else on the map? We are currently at war with like I said, the Independent Commerce Guild. We're skipping these 2 sectors at the moment. Why? Because there's no resources here. There's no real good motivation for taking these. They don't have that much stuff in here. A couple of stations and stuff that's working for them. But because we've kind of leapfrogged over them, or around them actually, we went. This was an ICG sector, but we took this one. Why do we take this one? Because it's got resources in it, Rhydonium or in silicon, which you need to, build all kinds of stuff. Rhydonium, particularly for building larger spaceships. So we've controlled this sector, and if they want to try to come through, we've got a couple of defensive platforms here to take care of them if they try to come through. But like I said, we're skipping these 2, and then we went around this way. We have a repair station here for medium and small ships to rearm and repair, that kind of stuff. And so they don't have to fly too far back to do that. And then we took Yannick. Took this not too long ago, and he keeps sending ships in to try to establish stations and whatever. But when he does that, we just, try to kill him. Let's go that way, and then now our current push is to Arcanus, which we pretty much control. It just hasn't flipped for us, which means there's probably a station or a couple of stations in this area that we just can't see, which means I should probably drop some satellites in this area. But we're currently, still in the process of building some more defense platforms so when they come popping out of these gates, they get blown up, and that way we don't have to have a 24-hour fleet here dealing with stuff. This is our main fleet right now. It has a few Star Destroyers in it, so all the little triangle things with the little tail thing, those are all well, they're not all Star Destroyers. There's some Pro Crusaders in there too, but they're mostly Star Destroyers. Sometimes they squeeze through, like this guy over here. He's fast enough, which means he gets down here and we still have 2 stations and a little fleet down here to deal with them too. So that's that. The goal for today is to take Arcanus, probably Serper too, because this is ore and stuff in this one. The red means ore, of different types. If it's blue, it's gases, so that one doesn't have anything. This one doesn't have anything either. This is just the reason we're taking this one is because it's a through point, so we definitely want to keep this. Hey, Taco, welcome back. 3 consecutive streams, thank you. And look, there's Tatooine. Sorry, Tatooine. Geonosis, that's no big deal. His main... Where was it? Pouring? This is his main shipyard. I haven't found his wharf. This is where he produces his big ships. I don't know where he's producing his fighters from yet, because we haven't found it. This is just a kind of ship. This is a... I can't buy anything from there? Oh yeah, I can't buy. So this is Munificent, Recent, and Lucrahulk freighters. But we can't get them because they don't like us enough. They're basically a smaller faction of the ICG. They don't hate us, but they don't like us either, so they won't really sell anything to us. Anyway, they've got a shipyard and a wharf. So wharf, small and mediums, large and extra larges. So there's that. I have the game paused currently because we're gonna want to watch this little fight down here a little bit. You can see everybody's moving in already. Oh, that's right. We have Vanators now. We gave them fighters apparently too. So anyway, these defensive platforms. The defense platforms are probably more than enough to take out this ship, but we brought in a couple of Vanators to deal with them. And let's see. So these are all our stations and defensive platforms up here. The list. Defense fleet. Where are you guys? You guys are up here. Yeah, they're protecting this gateway while this defensive platform is being built. So basically it's a Star Destroyer and some Raider Corvettes, a couple of Dreadnoughts, some Enforcers. Actually, it's 4 Star Destroyers, 2 Pro Crusaders, and everything else. Harbor ship to support them. And again, their job is basically just to sit around and wait for platforms to be built. The main fleet's job is to basically block the main entry point into a sector to kill anything big that comes through. Again, while defensive platforms are being built. And those are pretty much done. But he's sneaking stuff in through this way. Well, he's not really sneaking in. We just haven't blocked him off yet. We have 2 entry points and 2 here. And this is why we want to control this sector. Because he comes in from Geonosis through Tatooine. He goes that way or he goes around that way. So we need to set up down here. Once we get this set up here, for the most part, although, actually what I'm trying to do now is producing some smaller fleets. These are all our excess fighters floating around waiting for jobs. Currently producing another Venator, some more Dreadnoughts. Sorry, 2 more Venators, a Harbor class that's supported, and then there's the Star Destroyer, and building some builder ships to help things along. So, what I'm going to do is build little mini fleets made up of a Star Destroyer and 2 Vanators, maybe a couple of Dreadnoughts if they need them. We'll see. But anyway, those 3, Star Destroyer and 2 Vanators, should be able to hold their own against almost anything they throw at us for the most part. Fingers crossed. No fighters involved, just the 3 ships to deal with most of this stuff. Right now, this is only 2? No. This is Combat Fleet 3. That's you guys. So you're just 2 Venators. They're waiting for their Star Destroyer. Now this, Combat Fleet 4, they're on the way up still. So Star Destroyer and 2 Venators. So basically I came up with the idea before, or after I had put these 2 Venators together. So we just need to get a Star Destroyer attack. Hey, we know it. We got Star Destroyers in the area. I forgot that we have extras in our main fleet. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Star Destroyers and 5 Pro Crusaders. We can steal one of these. We'll have Taco lead this fleet. That would have been not the defense fleet, this one. So attack with Commander Alpha. So he should get his. It's going to work. Actually, we're going to remove all your orders and stuff. So not these guys. So we're going to remove all their orders of command just to clear up their memories. You did the wrong one. I did the wrong group. Shit. Oh, no, that's right, that's right. Okay. So it's this one we want to. Oh, he doesn't have any more friends, so we can. No, he does. Throw everything back together again. Trying to. Oh, probably get rid of this harbor. Okay, so you. Where'd Taco go? Yes. So you are going to attack Alpha. No. So this isn't a fleet anymore. But it doesn't want to disband. There we go. It's not breaking up for some reason. Fine. Hey, Battle, welcome back. How's acquiring an? It's not going to happen. Getting an Imperial 2 is not going to happen. The only way to get it is through the Galactic Empire, and they hate us, so it's not going to happen. It's way too much effort. Way too much effort, so it's not happening. Oh, he's got fighters. No, that's fine. But still. Liberate all their systems? It doesn't work that way. That is not how it works. Oh, I think what I need to do is get Taco into his own fleet. So where'd that Venator go? I think if I get the Venator in here to create a new fleet, that might be the solution we need. Excuse me. This harbor. Oh, that's right. You broke you apart. So follow Taco and supply the fleet. So now we have two Venators. So the number 3 fleet disappeared. So okay, so that problem's done. So it's sure why that expanded, but okay. So there's Taco, two Venators. Not one of these yeah, this second Venator has the fighters. That's what the Beta, Gamma, Delta, and Epsilon groups are. We got a harbor ship to take care of them. And fleet formation, we want to do triangle. And you guys go down there. Let's go. See this troublemaker. He should be in range of the station soon. And all these little target symbols means all these fighters are going to be going after him. He's going to have a little surprise maybe. He's got a couple of 3 fighters and a Corvette to protect him. But once they get engaged in range of the station, might be a different story.
We found something out here.
What did we find? So we just found a ship somewhere to be salvaged or rescued, whatever. Crazy Y-Wings. Got all the scrap floating around. The camera doesn't work well with the Y-Wings because the cockpit is so short. I can't get external views on these guys because we're not in the same sector. So we're stuck with this, but... yeah, he's in range of the station now, it looks like. Maybe. Which would be bad for him. Because the station's got more guns. See? He'll be totally fine. He'll make it. Or not. I think he's blowing up. There it goes. Quad jumper, what are you doing? Oh, and I'm currently in a hut station buying stuff from them. Blueprints. So these guys will die. See? Station. Way too tough for them. Money, money, money. Okay. Taco has finally arrived. Fight's over, but he's here. Okay, so fleet. How is so these defense platforms? They are okay. They're still building up their guns, though. It's only at 1785 for the station batteries. You're at 3693, and you're at 00, so you're still building. All kinds of building to do. That's what they're gonna look like. Eventually. So that takes a while. But anyway, building more ships. So we got a Venator around 20 minutes. Dreadnought another 15. Star Destroyers down there. Did I just make another one? No Star Destroyers sitting around looking for work. So this thing is nice. This is a Lucre Hulk freighter that we liberated, and it was beat to hell. And now it's on its way to get repaired. The only problem is it was so beat up, the engines was basically all the way destroyed. Been waiting for it to be repaired enough so they could actually start moving. And it's finally moving. It's just really, really slow. That's it right there. You can see he's moving really, really slow. Anyway, he's almost to Triton. Triton's our shipyard. Where's it going to get repaired up? So, and we just did, well, maybe not just, but fairly recently, we just started the construction of these extra large ship maintenance bays or docks. Those things, the big claw things. I was going to stack them on each other, going, up, but unfortunately there's not enough space. You can only have so much space for a station, and unfortunately, because we built in the middle, we got plenty of room down below. So that's why we went with this particular setup. And this is a large version. This is where large ships get built in there, and this is where they can come in and get repaired and refitted. And same thing, extra large ships there, repair and refitted above and below. And then over here, this is where all the freighters come in to trade stuff. So that, how many people do we have living on the station these days anyway? Workforce up to 4,000 people. Need a lot more people to work in here. So workforce capacity, 20 grand. We have 4,000 people working here. Need to work better. So that's our shipyard. This is our wharf. This is where the fighters and medium ships get built. It's a bigger station. It's older. Hey, zombie, welcome back. Happy Wednesday. So anyway, off to the sides, that's where all the freighters come in to trade stuff. As far as fighters, where do they get built? They get built. It's on the end somewhere. Oh, it's right here. The wharf is right there. So that's where all the fighters get built. And what's cool is the factions you buy the blueprints from, say the Imperial Ascendancy, when you buy a blueprint for a TIE fighter and all the necessary parts to build them, and so that you can build them, right? Well, once you can start building them, they will actually come to you and buy fighters off of you. You produce them, and they will pay you for them, or they pay you to produce them, I think is really what it is. And so you can make a lot of money that way. This wharf has made a ton of money because we can do TIE Defenders, TIE Fighters, basically any ship that they would want we can make for them as far as the small stuff goes. And they do come to us. Excuse me. Still not done yet. So our wharf. Logical over. No, sorry. The money stuff. So this is how much money this station makes. So in the last hour, it's made 70 million, roughly 65. It was up to 100. It's less than 2 hours ago. It was up at 150 million. It's like, oh, that's a lot of money. So we took out of all of it, took most of it out. You know, we leave about 10 million left for operating expenses, and as you can see, it gets right back up again. So, a lot of stuff. This thing makes a lot of money. You can see we take it out about every 150 million or so. And now this is the same thing that happens to the shipyard too, but the shipyard doesn't make as much money. I mean, it does every now and then. They come looking for stuff, but just not as often because it's a bigger cost, I guess, and also the bigger ship need more resources and stuff, and this station doesn't have a ton. It does. The only thing that slows us down from making the bigger ships is the Rhydonium, because that's a rarer material. We try to bring as much in as possible,
orders.
But yeah, this is what slows down the large ship production. It doesn't affect the fighters because they don't use the cores. So, or if they do, it's a much smaller amount. So look at that, and you can actually see that's us making that. That's us making the Venator. Then again, if you go over to the wharf, same general idea going there. So the Noat faction is paying for a Scourge. So they wanted a Scourge. So that's how White makes so much money, is because we basically are making enough stuff for, I think, 3 factions now you can buy from us. The Hutts, the Imperial Ascendancy, and the Noat can all buy their stuff from us. So that's why we make so much money. And can you remain totally neutral to sell to everybody? Maybe. It's hard to do because the bigger you get, the more your reputation changes. Or the bigger your reputation changes. So say you're really friendly with the New Republic, and you're trying to be really friendly with, say, the Imperial Ascendancy and the Empire. You try to sell all 3 of them. Eventually, that's going to not go so well because they don't want you trading with their enemies. So anytime you make a trade with them, you get a bigger hit because your company is bigger. And so the only way to get around it is to keep your company really small. You keep your company small so your reputation hits don't get as big. But when you do that, you're not as strong because the size of your company is based on how many credits you're worth. And so if you're not worth a lot, that means you don't have a lot. So depending on what you're going for, I guess.
Awaiting orders.
Because right now we are a net worth of, what is that, 8 trillion?
I was asked to drop my cargo.
No, sorry. This is 100,000. No, 8 billion. We're worth 8 billion. Total value of ships is 2 billion. Stations is 5, almost 6. So, then we got some cash. Total cash in station accounts. That's just stuff waiting to be pulled out. So, again, as your net worth goes up, the hits for your reputation, positive and negative, are bigger. Mainly the negative ones are bigger. So, it's fun stuff. But again, you don't have to do that. Oh, and I found out you can actually have 2 of these. So as far as shipyards and wharfs go, that's your ship production things. You're only allowed 1 of each. Found that out. But these repair stations or supply stations, you can have multiples of these, because we have one up here in Hut Space, and we have another one down in Ascendancy. Yeah, technically it's Ascendancy space still. What's the purpose of these? It's just to repair and resupply your ships, or my ships specifically, but other people can come in and buy resources and get their ships upgraded and repaired too through here. I think it's all based off of what blueprints you have access to. And again, we have pretty much everything. I guess I should go through and see what stuff we're missing. So we have all the weapons that we're aware of. Turrets, we own all those. Shield generators, we own all those. Engines. Starliner Ion. I don't know what this is for. So, sure, we'll buy it. We got the money. So now we'll own all the engines we're aware of, at least for what the huts have to sell. Thrusters. We don't need all of these. The all-around thrust. Although we just basically get the Mark IIIs. Because you don't need the ones. You just get the Mark IIIs are the best ones. I don't know why I got the 2. Probably an accident. But anyway, buy the Mark IIIs. You don't need the 1s and 2s. I bought a couple that I didn't really need. Missiles. The only missiles you actually need are the ones that have Star Wars names. So, ion torpedoes. Even then, I'm not even sure about those. Not sure if those are the right ones or not. Yeah, proton torpedoes for sure. I want all 3 of those. Light, medium, heavy. The cruise missile. These things, I don't think are real. Are part of the Star Wars stuff. Concussion missiles. Cluster constant concussion. Oh. Not sure what that is. As the hamstring, the EMP is specialized. Okay. Small booster rod that deploys this cluster of several downscaled ST. Concussion missiles attached to the center. Blah, blah, blah. Launched from a starfighter. Best used when engaging multiple starfighters. Not the same thing? I guess it is. Medium heavy concussion. Super heavy concussion. Sure, why not? So again, a lot of this stuff you can buy it, these blueprints, but you're not going to be able to install them anywhere. Especially the dumbfires, the heat seekers. This is all X4 stuff, which don't work real well in Star Wars stuff. So that's how it works. Drones. We have all the drones. Consumables. This is just satellites, regular satellites. Right. You don't need regular satellites. Just get the advanced satellites. Nav beacon, never use those. Resource probe, yes. Don't use mines. And then countermeasures, just flares. So good to go. 3 million roughly. Is there uber super extra heavy missile? No. It's not a Star Wars thing.
Good luck out there.
So these concussion missiles we just bought, I don't think those are a thing for us in reality, though. Who would use those type of concussion missiles? I don't think anybody does. It's a TIE Defender. See, like concussion, I don't think everybody's going to use those other concussion missiles, at least. Unless it's a special ship that uses them. But they're smalls. So it should be a fighter, but... I think Venators. Venators have missile launchers, but yeah, they can't even dock there, so it's not going to go to them. So I don't know. Worry about it later. Still waiting for you. Do we have a builder for you? This is taking way too long. Oh, we're waiting for parts, it looks like. That shouldn't be a thing. You're just waiting for Durasteel. It's just not being built yet. So not enough resources yet. So it's still probably advanced electronics. It's a big fat zero. And shield and turret components. So that's what we're waiting for. Why is nobody coming to bring stuff to it, though? There's our builder. So they're just taking their sweet time, bringing the stuff over. Now, technically, the whole reason we built this station over here is because it's in range of sending things, sending supplies. It's also a scrap processing station. These traders. They're not trading, though. They're supposed to. So, advanced electronics. There's plenty here. Not sure why they're not sending them over where they should be. The freighters didn't look busy. These are the freighters working for the station. Train shipyard, factory. You need more. You just need more freighters, don't you? I think you just need more freighters. Do we have any floating around anywhere? These can do it. They're small. They're medium-sized freighters, but they can transport stuff. So, trade. We have some extra freighters floating around, so we'll take you for which it'll work up here. And then the other two. One will work here. It's not that. And the other one go work over at the wharf. Okay, so I'll keep them busier. Okay, so this is our second combat fleet. Looking for a harbor, or waiting for a harbor ship to be produced, I think. Venator, there's a harbor down there. I don't think we have one waiting around anywhere. Oh, we have two dreadnoughts, though. Where have I been putting those? I could put him in defense fleet. Yeah, I put him there. So I've determined that Enforcer, these are both large ships, large class. The Enforcers are better at shooting other large ships. They're okay at doing fighters and medium ships because they have missile launchers. However, they run out of missiles and they're kind of not so good anymore. So, Dreadnoughts, much better at dealing with smaller and medium-sized class ships because they've got the guns to do it. They're not missile dependent. They've got more guns instead. So single turbo lasers down here. I've got 20 of those. If they're the orangish color, that means for larger ships, not necessarily fighters, okay against medium ships, the slower moving ones at least, better against larger ships. And then the bluish type, these are mainly best against fighters, quad turbo cannon and the light turbo lasers. So smaller type ships. That's a dreadnought. I thought he had more than that. Mrs. Gimpy needs to talk to me. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Mrs. Gimpy is trying to convince me that Rocket needs a friend. That's a dog. I'm telling you, he doesn't need another dog. He's fine the way he is. Hey, Jay, welcome back. Not the Emperor of the Galaxy? Oh, God, no, not yet. Where are all the naturally aspirated lasers? I don't know. Anyway, as I was saying, Dreadnought. So the Dreadnought with its, so the 20 single turbo lasers and 20-ish smaller lasers for dealing with fighters. The Enforcer. It's got ion cannons, which is better against larger ships. It's got the quad turbo lasers. These are definitely better against the larger ships. It's only got 10 of these. That's for fighters and stuff. Long range turbo laser again. Orangish. So, again, Dreadnought definitely better at dealing with fighters. Even though it's 20 and 20, isn't it? No, it's not. It's only got 10. So they got roughly the same amount of weapons. It's just that this one is more better against smaller stuff. So it's true. What's true? Every dog needs a pal. Not Rocket. Rocket is totally happy being the only dog in the house. So he's really loving it. He's a grumpy old fart, so he barely tolerates us. That's okay. This platform is finally being built. A little under 3 minutes. And then we can assign a manager to there and a couple of freighters. Do we have? We got some Gazantes ready to go. We should probably build a couple of more of those. Always good to have a couple of Gozanti Imperial Armed Transports ready to go. Let's go 6. Ranger is getting the Sable Company Marines archetype. I don't know what that means. don't know what that means. Should I know what that means is the real question. It's a hippogriff riding ranger. A hippogriff riding ranger. In World of Warcraft? Or is that Pathfinder? Because I still don't know. Pathfinder, okay. Hippogriff riding ranger. But they don't have flying in the game, so
Something hit us.
why do we care that a hippogriff is involved? Uh-oh. Viper SF Gaming, thank you very much for the raid. Much appreciated. Welcome to the stream. And why are my fighters dying? Why are my fighters dying and where are they? Oh, Death from Above. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Star Wars mod. Oh, that's where my fighters are dying. It's this guy. Providence coming in. Nope, it's the only mod I'm using. Only mod I'm using. Poor little fighters don't stand a chance. I was hoping you have a mod pack that
It is
works
time
well
to take
with.
a break.
I haven't really looked for other mods to work with it, to tell you the truth.
Your next break is in 1 hour.
And I'm not real eager to do it at the moment because still waiting on the next update for X4 to come out, 7.0, which is going to screw over the Star Wars mod in the first place. So, you know, that. So I'm not real eager to go looking for other mods anyway that are probably might get broken with the update. So just got to be patient. Not in a rush. They have 2 more beta versions. I'm not in a rush. This works fine the way it is. Except my main concern is that when 7 comes out, that you know, it depends on how long the modders for the Star Wars mod, how fast they can get everything working, or what it actually is going to affect. So, you know, if you're lucky, maybe it won't affect that much, but we know it's going to. Oh, did Veronica tell me to take a break yet? Did I miss that? I think I did. Ow, he's destroying our fighters. Oh, I'm sure they're working on it. I'm sure they're working on it. She did say it, okay. Thank you.
You are welcome. Now, please stop talking to me. It is kind of creepy.
It is. So, he's in range of one of the Star Destroyers now. Or he's at the station. Star Destroyer. Okay, Viper, thank you very much for the raid. Appreciate it. Here, while I'm thinking about it. Ta-da. Come on, Providence. He's got a long way to die. Probably not too much longer, though. There's got a Venator over on the right.
We found something out here.
What did you find? I don't like that that breaks the camera when that happens. So there's Taco there. There's a Venator down there. Where's the other Venator? And why isn't he attacking? Ah, he's over here. Nope, that's an Star Destroyer too. Here's a better. Ah, okay. So you guys. Is Taco only? The Taco had 2 Venators with them. Now, while we're doing this, gotta assign somebody to that station. Do that from up here. Go to people. Yeah, looking for managers. We don't really care too much how good you are. Just regular service crew will be fine. Here. There. Just hoping we don't lose that power again. Woke up from your nap and all the clocks and computers were off, but it won't stop raining. Stop paying your weather control or power bill, you'll be fine. It's a thing, right? Look at all the ships coming in. So, Taco. It's a Venator. There.
I was asked to drop my cargo.
Why are you way over there? Not sure why that Venator was way up there. You used to have a UPS. Yeah, but they only will last for so long, though. That's the only downside. Unless you got a really good one. Then that might last enough for the power to come back down. Depending on what caused the power outage. Anyway, I need to take a break. We will pause here and go from there. Okay, so I need to get up, stretch my legs, get some water. Be back in a few minutes. Thank you all very much for watching. Enjoy the dog video. She will get zapped. Yep, that's what I use UPS for as well. It's to protect the computer, not to keep it on forever. Anyway, be back shortly. Thanks for watching.